Well, I thought I found the perfect vinyl plank flooring that I was going to go with. I was going to load it up. Good morning. I'm in Denver, Colorado today. And I've been following Craigslist in every city that I've been going to for the last maybe 6 weeks, looking for 18-volt DeWalt tools. And a couple of weeks ago I scored a set of 4 from a pawn shop. So the pawn shop sold me the set of 4 18-volt DeWalt tools for $60, which is a phenomenal deal. They were marked 200. This morning I found the saber saw, the jigsaw, on Craigslist, and the guy's selling it for $35 with a battery. So I'm headed over there now to make sure that it works, and if it works in decent condition, I'm going to buy it. And I think that'll be probably the last of the tools that I know of from DeWalt with 18-volt. And the jigsaw, the saber saw, is one of the most important for me to have for doing all the edging and various things I need to do, and for putting in the ceiling, putting the max fans in. So I'm excited about this morning. I'm going to be doing a little bit more research today on flooring. Just want to make sure, rather than jumping into things and making mistakes. So that's my plan for today. Well, I would say that that's a score. I got a 18-volt saber saw, jigsaw, and he was asking 35, and he took 30. It was just easier for us to not have to make change. So anyway, $30. This is pretty good, and I think it sort of completes my collection of cordless 18 volts, and all with the DeWalt, which is a pretty decent brand. I am going to head over to home improvement stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, flooring stores, doing research on flooring today. I really want to get this locked down, purchase some flooring. This other flooring is ready to come up, and I'll be storing it temporarily in somebody's garage until I have the new flooring in. Then I can put it back in and get it out of their garage and be able to repurpose it and use it for building cabinets and other parts. Well, I thought I found the perfect vinyl plank flooring that I was going to go with. I was going to load it up on the cart, and I started trying to read the fine print on it, anything about installation, anything about insulation value, like R value. And I was reading all the fine print, and then it says in there, not for use in cars, RVs, campers, trailers, anything like that. And apparently, from what I was researching, the vinyl plank flooring is sensitive to heat. Like anything over 120, 130 degrees, it's going to start blistering, bubbling, warping, doing all sorts of weird, funky things. So this has me very concerned. I don't think that I want to put this in the step van if it's that sensitive to heat. So I'm back to the research mode, trying to look for better options. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop. Found one here called Caribou Coffee, and Caribou Coffee is supposed to be pretty good, better than Starbucks, they say here locally. I've never been to this one. Gonna go check it out. I really like that coffee shop. It's got a great style, a great vibe there, good coffee, but very slow internet. I got maybe 2%, 3% of my video for today uploaded, and I was there probably 2.5 hours. It's just crawling and trying to look at web pages. They barely load. So I wouldn't recommend it if you need to do a lot of online work, or if you need faster speeds. That's just not the place to go. I'm gonna go get some lunch. One of the very last friends that I made just before moving away from Denver, Colorado, are a couple, Steve and Stacia. And Steve was my primary mentor and inspiration for mechanical stuff. Prior to that, I really had no interest in learning about cars, learning about engines, or anything along those lines. And I had a little budding interest in rat rods when I met Steve. Steve is crazy passionate about classic cars, hot rods, rebuilding engines, and things along those lines. And so he got me all excited about rat rods and hot rods. So today I'm going to be reconnecting with Steve and Stacia, and they have invited me to go out to Golden, Colorado to see the Golden Cruise. This is an extremely famous, huge event here in Colorado that happens every month on the first Saturday. Colorado is probably the second biggest state in the United States for hot rods and classic cars. I think California is probably number one, and Colorado is probably number two. I don't know this for a fact. Golden is located between the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and Denver, Colorado, right in the middle. And it's most famous for Coors beer. Coors beer originally was founded and began in Golden, Colorado, using the Rocky Mountain water coming out of the mountains to make their beer. Well, it appears I have misplaced my mobile phone. I have no idea where it is unless I left it in the coffee shop. I've searched everywhere here and in my little backpack. Just don't see it. I tried using my laptop here with the grocery store that I'm in the parking lot for, and using the laptop with the locate my Android device little feature tied into my Android phone, and it says it's unable to contact the phone. So I have no idea where it is. The last place I saw it was the coffee shop. So it looks like I'm going to drive back to Lakewood to the coffee shop and see if I can locate it there. Sometimes I tend to be a little bit lucky in life, and I don't know why that is. I drove back to the coffee shop, went inside, looked at the chair that I was sitting in and looked at the floor next to it, and my telephone was sitting there on the floor face down. It's dark gray. I think they had gray floors there that sort of matched. Still sitting there. I've been gone maybe over an hour, so that's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm going to head back out to the Golden Cruise and try to connect with Steve and Stacia. I'm back at the Hot Rod Show here at the Golden Cruise, and I parked behind the grocery store this time. So hopefully that won't cause any problems. I saw they had all the traffic cops out here. I'm walking through Sonic now, and there is just loads and loads of hot rods, classic cars here. It's just gorgeous, really great. I'm at the epicenter of the Golden Cruise, which is right here in front of King Soopers parking lot and Sonic Drive-In, and then across the street they have a tire store, a gas station. There's just all these things are sort of car related, except for the Chase Bank. That's about the only one that stands out. But everybody gets into the spirit here. This is a big event in Golden every single month. I managed to get together with Steve and Stacia, and we are at the pizza place. We're going to get some food first. We just finished having pizza, which was spectacular. My first time at the wood-fired pizza here in Golden. And here was Stacia and Steve and Jenny and Sabrina. So we got a whole crew of people, and we're headed to get ice cream. And it looks like it's a Golden Sweet Ice Cream and Chocolate Shop. This is the downtown area in Golden, which is gorgeous. This is the downtown Golden area, the main street, and it is just beautiful. I love Golden. It's just a gorgeous area. It's right against the mountains. You can see the mountains back there, and the old style western arch across the top of the street, and you can see some of the classic cars here. There's a Plymouth. Roadrunner Super B. It's just a Plymouth Roadrunner. Some gorgeous cars, some classic cars, convertibles. Just really amazing out here. For those of you that like van conversions, check out this little VW bus over here. It's sort of fun. I like the paint job on the side of it. It's another step van over here, but this is a very small step van. It's probably 10 or 12 feet long. It's really little. They have some spectacular hot rods out here. I think this is more dragster category, that giant blower on the hood there. It's just hot rods everywhere. I was asking Steve how big the Golden Cruise is, and he says he thinks it's probably the second or maybe the third largest cruise in the United States. The first is Bakersfield, California. The second is Memphis, Tennessee. And tied for second, possibly third, is the Golden Cruise here in Colorado. This is Steve's particular favorite for the Golden Cruise this month. I guess every month he just sort of picks a car that's his favorite of the cruise. This is it. They call this a cruise, not a car show, because they drive up and down a circuit of probably about 5 or 6, 7 blocks and down around a traffic circle and then go back up the other direction. So you can see them going on this route all the way down to that circle there, and then they turn around and go back up by King Soopers. And you can see the people sitting out here with the lawn chairs. They arrive in the afternoon, and then it just goes on from afternoon all the way into the evening. In high school, my senior year and first couple of years of college, I drove a 1969 Cadillac ambulance. It's very similar to the Ghostbuster mobile back here, except it was totally decked out ambulance. It wasn't Ghostbuster style, and a couple of years earlier, previous years than this. It was a lot of fun to pull into the high school parking lot with an ambulance. It still had the lights on top, it was red and white, and all the controls inside, and was just a super fun vehicle to drive. I found my personal favorite from the Golden Cruise this time. I love rat rods. I love pickup rat rods, and this is just fabulous. I love everything about it, except I probably wouldn't lower quite that much if it was my own personal vehicle, but this is super awesome. So we're finishing up the car show, and Steve, what did you think of the cruise? I guess it's not a car show, it's just a...
It's technically a cruise because the cars can run up and down the street. You don't have to stay in one place for the duration of the event. But it's an amazing show. There's probably 2,000 to 3,000 cars here, like genuine show cars. They're just cruising the strip. They're parked in all the parking lots for about a mile strip, and it's an amazing show. There's some really, really beautiful cars out here.
And your favorite?
My favorite so far has been a 33 Ford two-door. It's spelled T-U-D-O-R. It's got a back seat. It's black flames on air suspension. It's pretty amazing. It's one of the nicest cars I've seen out here.
Okay. So it's getting to be sunset time. I think that's all I have for this episode. Thanks, Steve, for inviting me out. And thanks for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.